Climate Week New York City unites leaders from across industries to accelerate solutions for a sustainable future. Acumen's Climate Week interviews shine a spotlight on industry leaders and show how businesses can inspire action, drive innovation, and help shape a resilient, sustainable, and low-carbon future. Addressing global sustainability challenges is a daunting but essential task. According to the 2023 Google Cloud Sustainability Survey, 72% of the 1,476 C-level executives surveyed want to introduce more sustainability initiatives into their companies, but lack the knowledge of how to do so. It is clear the desire is there, but what's missing is the know-how and the guidance. Fortunately, there are dedicated environmental, health and safety, and sustainability consultancies to help guide the way. I'm joined today by KERAMIDA, CEO and founder of one such consultancy, who will share how they help businesses understand and embrace sustainability.
Also joining the discussion is Nick McCreary, KERAMIDA's Senior Vice President of Sustainability.
Nice to meet you.
Take a walk. It's beautiful in New York City today.
Yeah, it is.
What drew you to this area?
Personal passion, honestly. I sort of fell into it. I just cared about climate change, and then the business world started caring, so then I had a job. It was perfect. Yeah.
What topics are on the forefront of your mind?
All the emerging regulations, changes to emerging regulations, and climate risk.
Nick, I'm so glad that you can fit us into your schedule to come and chat with us about KERAMIDA.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. Excited.
What are you looking forward to this week with Climate Week here in New York City?
Yeah, it's always good to be around other people who do similar work and be reinvigorated by ideas and planning. So.
Right. Vicky, I'm so glad you can join us.
Thank you.
Vicky, let me ask you this. KERAMIDA has positioned itself as a powerhouse of technical and sustainability expertise for nearly 4 decades. What makes your approach distinctive in helping organizations address climate challenges?
I believe the way KERAMIDA had started, which was based on environmental compliance, health and safety compliance, engineering, we do understand sustainability as it stands today, especially, better than anybody else that is not involved in other fields. So the combination of our expertise is what really sets the company apart on how we approach sustainability.
And you have bespoke strategies.
Yes, we do.
Talk me through that.
Several of them. For example, we have a model that we have developed that's called the Green Step model, where we really engage our clients in a holistic approach to sustainability that is based on the business case. We do believe very, very strongly that unless there is a business case, sustainability will not function. So we base our evaluation on what really makes sense from a risk standpoint from the corporation and from a looking forward standpoint.
Many organizations express strong commitments to sustainability, but they struggle to turn those ambitions into action. What's driving this gap, do you think, and how might today's geopolitical uncertainties actually serve as a catalyst for progress?
I like to use the word galvanize and not catalyst, and I believe galvanize has 2 meanings. One is to spring into action, but the other is to protect against corrosion when you galvanize steel or iron. So today's geopolitical upheaval can and should serve as a galvanizing force to really push sustainability forward in the right way and also protect it from any future corrosion to the idea of sustainability.
Talk to us a little bit more about how KERAMIDA focuses on building the business case for sustainability.
Absolutely. It all starts from really protecting the 3 pillars of sustainability. And the 3 pillars are protecting human health, protecting the planet, and protecting the financial interest of a corporation. When you start from protecting the financial interest of the corporation, everything else falls in place as part of the whole packet that sustainability ought to be looking, if a corporation is to really not only have sustainability, but remain financially stable.
You've noted that corporate responsibility and sustainability, that they're distinct. Why does that distinction matter, and how can companies keep their sustainability strategies sharply focused?
It matters a lot. I believe that the two concepts are very different. They have different focus, different missions. So sustainability's mission is to protect human health, to protect the planet, and to protect financial integrity. Corporate responsibility's mission is to put your employees as the biggest asset of your company, is to really help the community where you are, and is to be an ethical corporation. So the two, by commingling them, you really dilute both the importance of each one and also the impact that each one has. We really need to keep them separate so we can really do both of them in the best possible way.
And Nick, as climate disclosure and ESG reporting standards continue to evolve, how do you think they're reshaping the way companies think about accountability, measurement, and long-term sustainability strategy?
Yeah, I think right now, more than ever, we're seeing a change from a voluntary reporting market towards a mandatory or compliance level reporting arena. And because of that, that really emphasizes the need for having solid data collection processes, solid audit lines to make sure that you can prove where your data came from, and you can stand on that data when trying to integrate that up into the C-suite.
And KERAMIDA helps clients align compliance with long-term strategy.
Yeah, absolutely. That's really where our rubber meets the road, is with data, starting there, and then making sure first that organizations understand what is being asked of them from a compliance perspective or from an investor perspective, and then isolating which of those data points need to be collected and making sure that organizations are doing the best collection and management of that.
How important is consistency when it comes to data collection and the integration of sustainability strategies as well in your sphere here?
Consistency of data collection is incredibly important because of when you don't have a consistent way to collect data, one, it takes a lot more time and decreases accuracy. And when you have inaccurate data, the solutions that you derive from that are unreliable. And so the consistency of having accurate data is paramount. And when you're trying to build sustainability out through an organization, through different business units, not just from a sustainability office that is asking other offices to work with them, rather building it as a part of what other departments do. Data is the key in what we have found. We have found that you want to get other business units on your side by providing them data points that they can understand and use to their advantage. For instance, we work a lot with risk management departments, and climate risk is one of the big focus areas that we have. And so we try to integrate climate risk data into organizations' current risk management processes, but in a way that that data is understandable, because it's very complex, and we want to be able to integrate that into the company so that companies can see how mitigating climate risk is actually a financial win and opportunity for the organization.
And Vicki, looking ahead, how do you see companies balancing the three pillars that you've talked about, protecting human health, protecting the planet, protecting financial interests, as they work toward their climate goals?
I think there are some important questions that corporations need to ask that really make the business case. Let me give you an example. When we talk about climate, I believe the first question that needs to be answered in today's geopolitical crisis is, where do I get my energy? Not where do I get my green energy. That's the second question. The first has to be, where do I get my energy? If the energy is coming from sources that you cannot control, then as a business case, you really need to be addressing that. The second question then comes, okay, where does my green energy come? And should I really have a green energy portfolio or a green energy strategy? many, many years ago, when the Europeans first started looking at greenhouse gases, we did a study for a major aluminum producer in Europe, and our recommendation was you have to build your own power plant. That was a financial decision. It was not a sustainability decision, but it was done within the sustainability evaluation in order to meet the European requirements. So I believe this will be much more important in the future, as sustainability is really getting a lot of negative publicity, but sustainability is here to stay. It will not go anywhere.
Vicki, Nick, thanks so much for your time. Great conversation.
Thank you very much, Allison. A pleasure to be here. Thank you.
KERAMIDA's continued commitment to guiding their clients' sustainability efforts is helping to close the gap between ambition and action. With similar firms worldwide also working towards this mission, perhaps we will see businesses better able to achieve their SDG aspirations in the future. KERAMIDA's story is a reminder that results require knowledge and collaboration, and to change our world for the better, consultancy firms must take the lead and guide businesses' SDG initiatives and actions.